Hello, my creative and crafty friends. This is Gloria Plunkett with Designs by Gloria, here to share with you a project that my friends over at Split Coast Stampers asked me to share with you. This is what we call a faux stacked book pack here. These are all the rage if you like farmhouse decor. And I created this for you guys, and I'm going to share with you how I created this little faux book. It's really lightweight. It's really fun and easy to make. And I'm going to show you variations of different products that you can use. Stamps, stickers, if you have a die cutting machine, die cuts. If you have a e-cutter, you can do vinyl here, etc. Use anything you have on hand. I'm going to share with you how I made this, and I'm going to share with you two others that I created. And then you just go ahead and use whatever you have on hand. All right, let's get started. First thing you're going to need is this little crate that I purchased for $1 at the Dollar Tree. You know me, I love to make projects from the Dollar Tree. And yes, this is what we're going to use to create our faux books. Aren't those fun? All right, so first thing you want to do is when you get yours, mine, they have two different sizes. Let me just tell you what size this one is. This one measures 5 7/8 by 3 7/16. Okay, and then as you can see, each of these little wood crate panels is going to create a different book. These are not exact sizes, so you'll have to measure yours. Take your ruler and just measure out how wide these are, because they're all different widths. The other thing is the width of these is going to be always 5 7/8 on the long side, and it'll be 3 7/16 on the short side. So let me show you how to pull this together. I used my paper trimmer and I cut my pieces. So we're going to need two of these, one for the top and one for the bottom of the book. And then once you put this on the bottom, you'll never know that it was hollow there. Then you're going to need 6 of the 5 7/8 by, in some cases, mine was 7/8 wide. In some other cases, it was about one little hairline smaller. So I cut all these up, and then I used my Stampin' Sponge and my Sahara Sand ink pad, and I inked all the edges. You don't have to do that. If you just want a clean look, you can go ahead and do that. My house is more of a country farm house because we live out in the country, so that's why I sponged mine, because I wanted to look a little bit more country. So you're going to need 6 of these. Then you're going to need another 6 that are the 3 7/16 inch width, and then again various sizes. You can see one's a little bigger than the other is on this one, because I measured them with my ruler. So I did that, and I went ahead and I sponged all except this one. In case you want to see me sponge, all I did was go along the edges and just give it a light brush. I use my Stampin' Sponge. You get a big sponge, and then I cut them into quarters, and then I use a paper clip so I don't get my hands all inky. As best I can. I usually get them inky anyway. So I'm going to put that aside. Once you got all your sponging done, if you want to sponge it, you can also use different colors, and I'm going to show you what I mean on some samples that I have for you. Now we're going to adhere the cardstock to the box, and I'm using some liquid glue, and I'm going to just add the liquid glue directly onto the box. I'm trying to get to the edge, but not so close to the edge. Oh, that's loud. That it's going to seep over the edge of the sides there. So we're going to put this one, and we're just going to line it up. That's why I like using the liquid glue, because it gives me a little bit of time to maneuver it and get it, fit it right where I want it. Just kind of feel around the edges, make sure nice and level. We're going to flip it over, and now we're going to adhere liquid glue to the edges here. Don't overdo it, because it'll seep out, and like that one just did. Okay, so now I'm going to get this one, Adhere this panel on top. You can see there I added a little bit too much. And I just make sure it's nice and adhered onto my wood piece. Okay, then we got the top and the bottom of the book. Now we're going to add the side panels, and let me just show you. You can use, like I said, stamps. You can use stickers, letter stickers. You can use die cuts. You can use vinyl with your e-cutter, whatever you happen to have on hand. You can also, even if you don't have anything on hand, you can just make your own. I just decided to do this so that I could show you that there's really your imagination is what you can use. All right, so I'm using my Stampin' Write markers. I've got pumpkin pie, basic black, terracotta tile, and garden green. And I made these little carrots. And what I did before I went around and added the basic black marker was I did it in pencil first, just to see how it was going to fit and whether I liked it or not. And then I used the pointy tip of my marker, and I like to do these little doodle dots, so you don't have to. Again, it's up to you. And then just connect the pieces. If you want to make them wider, if you want them really wide, use a Sharpie marker or something thicker. This worked for me, so I'm going for it. I'm just going over the pencil mark so that it doesn't show when I'm done. Then I just added some little squiggle lines. Briefly, let me show you how I created the carrot. I want one more, so I didn't want to make it. I was just going to show you how to do it. So I'm just going to do a little sketch. I'm not an artist, so please don't make fun of my carrot here. And then I kind of scribbled it in on the center, and I took and just kind of colored it in a little bit there. Carrots aren't perfect, so that's okay. Then I used this end to kind of give a little shading on the side here and on the ends. Then I took my garden green, and I just made some little squiggles, just some lines like that, to make it look like the greenery when you pull them out of the ground. And then I took the other end, kind of filled it in a little. And then lastly, I took my basic black marker again, and I kind of squiggle traced around. I added some little carrot lines, and then I came up here and just added some more definition. Again, I'm not an artist, so that's just a real simple little coloring technique there. So once I had all my pieces, now I'm going to add my book panels to the end, the edge here. So again, just like before, make sure I'm in view here. I'm going to add some liquid adhesive. Try not to go right to the edge because I don't want it to seep over. And I'm going to add my pieces all the way around. Just line it up as best you can. I wanted a little gap in between my panels, so you can see a little shadow in between there. So I didn't make them to fit exactly over that panel, but you certainly can if that's your preference. Add this one here. And this sticks amazingly well. I'm sorry my video stopped along the way and I was just here chatting away. Anyway, I hope you'll share if you create some of these on Split Coat Stampers, how your projects turn out. Okay, so I'm not sure where my video cut out, so I'm just going to explain to you what we've done so far. I went ahead and adhered all the panels around, top, bottom, and now we've got our little stack of books. These were all made with my Stampin' Right markers. You can use any markers you have on hand. You can use stickers, as I said before. You can draw. You can take little pictures or whatever. I did a stack of books for my daughter-in-law, like I mentioned. And because I wanted to put the names and the dates they were born, I did like Ryan and then 7/07/16. And then Colton, 0630, and the year he was born. Then Kirsten, 0830, and then the year that she was born. And it came out really cute, and I wrapped some. I'll show you in a minute. I'm going to wrap some ribbon around the top. Before I do that, I made this cute little wad of ribbons. What I did was I cut, I used the, let me just show you here. I used the polka dot tulle ribbon. The, what's this one called? Embroidered ribbon. This is in the mini catalog. And then this stack of ribbons from the Flowers for Every Season. It comes in a 3-pack combo. And then some of this braided linen thread. So what I'm going to do now is, so I just cut about 4-inch pieces. I laid them all out. And then I took the twine from the Flowers for Every Season pack, and then I tied a bow in the center. So it kind of made it like a little fluffy bow. But you can use anything, like I said, that you have. I want to use some more of this braided trim. And I want to add it to my book. Do this. Put a little bit of glue here. Stick it down. I think I want it about right there, and just kind of figure out how far on the side you want it. So I'm just going to bring this over, loop it over and around a couple times, 3 times, I guess. And I'm going to stop right there. Add some more adhesive, and I'm going to lay that on top and let it sit there, stick together. Let me separate these. I love this glue. Isn't that cute? Okay, I'm just going to trim it close here. And now I'm going to take my little flop of ribbon and put a big wad of glue there, because I don't want it to go anywhere. I do want it to stay stuck down. And I'm just going to press and hold it there for a little bit. Felt like these colors were good for spring. And there's the stack of spring Easter carrots book. Isn't that cute? I'm going to give this to my 93-year-old friend, Mary Clark. I think she's going to really enjoy that. Maybe this one or the another one I'm going to show you. So anyway, that's one, and that's handwritten. Again, you got pretty better writing than I do. I'm sure it'll come out a lot prettier. I kind of doodle so it wouldn't look so crummy. And here's another one I made using some Easter colors. And this has blue and purple and pink. And then I used my e-cutter and cut the words out, Blessed Easter Wishes. And then I stuck those down. And then I just used some of our other ribbon here, and again my braided trim. Added some faux flowers from the Dollar Tree as well. I can't find my floral tape because I want to put a little end here with some floral tape, but I thought that was cute. And then this one I just recently made for Easter. And I used our green and our white and pumpkin pie. Again, I used my e-cutter because I didn't have anything that spelled that. I used a checkered ribbon here and some faux flowers. And there you go. 3 different designs. And I am going to wait and to see what you guys post and what you guys make. And I hope you will share your projects with us. And I appreciate you stopping by. I blog over at designsbygloria.com and hope you'll come visit me often and see what I have created for you to share. Thanks so much. You all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.